This revolution has been in the works for quite some time, with lots of rumours floating around, but now we have a concrete album from Madonna's 13th studio album titled RebelHeart. Following the release of her 12th studio album, MDNA, Madonna was encouraged to work with a range of other producers to produce a totally new sound, and she did just that. She worked with the likes of Avicii, Ryan Tedder, Kanye West, to even producing some of the tracks herself. The album RebelHeart is set to be released on March 6, 2015, and it will come in 3 different editions: the Standard Edition, Deluxe Edition, and Super Deluxe Edition, and I'm here to review all 25 tracks of the Super Deluxe Edition. So without further ado, here is my review of RebelHeart. Let's talk about the album cover right here. The RebelHeart album cover, although there's 3, is pretty iconic already. It's made a big impact on social media with a lot of people replicating it, and it really does remind me of her Erotica album. It just reminds me like of the S.E.X book, if you've seen any of the images inside that, with the bondage across her face. She's got that Marilyn Monroe hair. It works. And then the 2 other tracks pretty much are similar. The Super Deluxe Edition one has got her wearing bondage and everything, but already it's made a stir. The first single and first track of the album, Living for Love, starts off the album with an anthemic banger. It's upbeat, it's soulful, and it has a very gospel feel. Track number 2, Devil Pray, is a guitar-driven track with very risky lyrics and a very dark breakdown. Ghost Town is a mid-tempo pop track with a big chorus and a very ballsy production. With reggae influences and a very jumpy beat, we are transported to Unapologetic Bitch. Track number 5 is the controversial Illuminati. Produced by Kanye West, it is a very dark track with a very pulsing techno beat. It's addictive, and as I said, it's a very controversial topic. Track number 6, Bitch I'm Madonna, featuring Nicki Minaj, starts off very, very carefree before it jumps into a very techno hook with a very fierce Nicki verse. Hold Tight is a very soul-inspired pop track with a very, weird Ibiza-inspired chorus. Joan of Arc is yet another guitar-driven track with a very carefree pop melody. Electric pop with a very eerie breakdown, you've got Iconic featuring Chance and Mike Tyson. Heartbreak City gives you the first ballad of RebelHeart, and it is a piano ballad with a very gospel-inspired chorus, and it's a nice break of the album at this point. Next up, Body Shop is a very cheered and very weird track. It gives me a really aboriginal feel. You'll understand what I'm talking about when you give this one a listen. Risky lyrics, an electric beat with a homage to Vogue can be none other than Holy Water. Track 13, Inside Out, is a mid-tempo pop track with a random pulsating electro beat thumping in the background. I feel the next track, Wash All Over Me, is a pop track, but it gives me a really weird Kate Bush / Tori Amos really weird feel. Track 15, Best Night, is Arabian Nights meets R&B to give you this really sexy feel of a track. Vendi Vidi Vici featuring Nas is another hybrid style track that merges together 2 genres. This one is R&B meets pop guitar medleys, and it works quite well. Do you want to know how to please Madge? Well, this sexy, sultry track tells you how, and it's S.E.X. This next track was highly anticipated. It has beautiful lyrics, a backing piano medley, and such a big chorus. It is none other than Messiah, and it really did deliver. Track 19 is RebelHeart, and this is fierce, it's carefree, and it is one of those feel-good tracks that every single album needs, and this is one of them. Transport back to the 80s with this disco-sounding track, and it is Beautiful Scars. Track number 21 is Queen, with a drumming back production and a thumping ballsy backdrop. It really is a really good track. Borrowed Time is yet another guitar-driven pop track that this album seems to be full of. Track number 23, Graffiti Heart, starts off with a very mellow vibe and you don't know where it's gonna go, and then it quickly moves into a very big feel-good electro chorus. Track number 24, Auto-Tune Baby, starts off with a baby crying before it gets auto-tuned, and this just fills out the entire track. You can hear that baby throughout the entire track. It's a very messy track, I feel. Ending the album on a high note with the massive Addicted. It's big, it's electric, and it's an absolute club banger. So that's what the album sounds like, but what do I think of it? If I'm honest, I feel that this is one of Madonna's better albums in her recent years. I feel like her last 2 albums, MDNA and A Hard Candy, were pretty rushed and overproduced just to fit into the younger audience, and I don't think that worked for her. But this one, you can tell that she's gone away, worked with new producers, created like a fresher sound, merged sounds together that you think wouldn't work but actually do. And you can it kind of shows what an artist Madonna actually is. I know people call Madonna irrelevant all the time, but they really need to step back and listen. Like, remove themselves from the whole fandom, hatred, whatever is going on there, and just appreciate her as an artist, because she really has got an intuition. She really does know, like, what's big, what's new, how to produce her music. She's really hands-on, and it really shows in this album. She has literally, like, experimented with so many different things, used so many different sounds. What I will say about this album, though, is that she has toyed with a lot of risky lyrics. And I feel like some of them, I feel that she's just being too risky and too over the top just for the sake of it now. Like, I feel like Holy Water especially, like, some of the lyrics in there are very, very risky. And she's pushing it, and to be honest, like, I don't think she cares. She's a ballsy woman, she wants to push those boundaries, and she really does accomplish that. But I feel that with Madonna as a whole, that sometimes she needs to learn to push back a little bit, maybe like soften it down a bit. But it doesn't stop her being the ballsy woman that she is, and this album just shows that. And if I'm honest, at first when I listened to it, I thought it was okay, but as I continue to listen to it, you can really tell like the production and the effort that's gone into the album, and it really has become like a really good album to me. I really enjoyed it, and I feel that everyone else will enjoy it. It's a grower, definitely. Favourite track on the album has to be Addicted. I'm sad that it's just on the Super Deluxe edition, but I pre-ordered it anyway because I needed that track. But yeah, Addicted, I just love how upbeat and clubby and bangy that track is. You know I love me some upbeat tracks. And my least favourite track has to be Auto Tune Baby. I feel that song is an absolute mess. It's terrible. Like, I cannot listen to that track at all. Overall, RebelHeart really is a great album from Madonna. I feel it's going to do well, and she can really bring a lot to the tour with this album, and I'm definitely going to go see her on this tour this time around. Again, as I said, there are a few tracks on the album that are a bit meh, like filler tracks. 25 tracks is a lot, there's bound to be a few fillers, and there are a few of them. But the tracks that are good are outstanding, like Messiah is amazing. The first single, Living for Love, is amazing. Addicted, as I said, is amazing. The tracks that are good are amazing. The tracks that are meh are meh. But it's all opinions, right? So yeah, there we go. That is the end of my Madonna RebelHeart Super Deluxe album review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely go and pre-order it, guys, and definitely give it a listen because it's very much worth a listen. Madonna is back and she's bringing it hard with her Grammy performance and everything. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think of the album. Let me know down there in the comments. Check out some of my previous videos up there and links to all my social media stuff down there, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!